Minecraft just made two really huge announcements coming in the 1.21 update, one of which related to a brand new weapon and one of which related to a brand new item which might be a little bit tricky to master. Starting off with this post Minecraft posted to Twitter/X saying, "Don't mind us, just trying to master using the new item," and okay, that doesn't sound too special, but wait a minute, a new item, and yes, a brand new item is going to be introduced inside probably the upcoming snapshot/preview, and if we actually look inside the image, then we can see what looks to be a brand new type of block. It's kind of hard to tell what that block is, but there is a half decent chance that that might actually be the Friar. Yeah, that jokey block that got accidentally announced a little while ago. I don't know how you'd master a Friar and die if you don't master it, which probably leads me to believe it's probably not related to the Friar, but you never know. You never know what this block actually is. But then again, looking at it, it kind of reminds me of like redstone components in some way, so it might have something to do with that. And considering 1.21 again is linked to some form of tinkering here and there, that could be what it is, some form of new redstone component. If it is redstone component, this probably isn't going to be what its final form is, but what if this was like a replacement for like the old copper bulb usage that got removed a couple months ago? I'm saying it's not that likely because Bedrock Edition doesn't have the whole 1 tick, 2 tick, whatever thing that the copper bulb on Java had. But I don't know, there's a lot to theorize about this one block, and speaking about theorizing, Minecraft on TikTok actually posted this video.
Yo, check the new weapon.
Dude, I'm recording.
Wait, did he say something about a brand new weapon? And yes, a brand new type of weapon. We have no idea what it is, but a brand new weapon is coming to 1.21. From the video, it's really hard to tell what it is or what it could be, especially considering his thumb is blocking probably the weapon itself. But who knows, maybe there could be like some form of link between the post from Twitter/X and the TikTok video, where this new weapon, if misused, could kill you in some way. Maybe there has to be like a certain enchantment or a certain combination of items to prevent you from killing yourself. Again, there's probably over a million different ways we could theorize about this, but if we really think about it, this is the first weapon we've seen since kind of the Trident from 1.13 and the crossbow from 1.14. If you really want to make it a stretch, I guess the netherite sword is kind of a new weapon too. But from the sounds of things, this is going to be the first unique weapon we've seen in probably about 4 or 5 years now. But honestly, I feel like 1.21 needed this type of shakeup because, generally speaking, the update has had some good things here and there, especially with like the wolf changes, the trial chambers, and all that stuff, but I really feel like Minecraft needed that standout feature that everyone wanted at some point, and I feel like if the trial chambers deliver this new weapon really well, 1.21 could be like the update we've needed for several years at this point. Where in some ways a new revolution of Minecraft updates will revolutionize the community, revolutionize what we do as a community. And I don't know if these are the right words, but I feel like lately most of the community hasn't been trusting Minecraft quite as much as usual. I mean, especially considering the mob vote stuff and things like that, but if Minecraft can get 1.21 right, I feel like there could be a brand new Minecraft renaissance. But that's not the only Minecraft related news we got today, because we also got 1.20.70 brings several different types of changes to block sounds, to bug fixes, and to a whole bunch of experimental 1.21 changes. And one of the biggest niche parity changes is the fact that now about 70 to 80 different types of blocks now actually have sounds when you actually fall onto them. Things such as amethyst, mud, grass, glass, and now several of the different types of blocks, when you actually fall on them or when entities fall on them, you will hear a specific type of sound now. Again, unless you're paying attention to things like this, you almost never would have noticed something like this, but now that I pointed it out, and now that you know that this is a change inside the update, you should now notice maybe 1 or 2 additional sounds here and there around the place. Something that's still kind of a niche, but slightly more noticeable is the fact that now, Stronghold end portal rooms should now generate in every single world. Before, there were some weird bugs to the fact that for some reason occasionally these rooms wouldn't generate, or like some way or somehow these rooms would be blocked off or somehow. But according to the changelog, you should be able to have these in every single stronghold in every single world. Now I can't prove this, but I have a small suspicion that you're probably very rarely occasionally still going to see like some end portal-less strongholds occasionally. I can't prove that, and I can't prove that, and I'm probably wrong if I'm honest, but at least now there is some effort to have these generate in every single stronghold. And speaking of which, for some reason, like when you're on realms, the end would for some reason just generate in its chunks for some reason, even if you're not inside the end. Now this update changes it where you have to be in the end for these chunks to be rendered, meaning hopefully the performance on realms should be made just a little bit better now. Speaking of realms, there's a brand new thing you'll be able to find in realms called realm events. The more you play, the more achievement-based things I believe will actually happen. When something big or noteworthy happens inside the realm, then it will be automatically posted, I believe, to your feed. Which, you know, Minecraft is really focusing on the multiplayer aspect of the game, especially with 1.21 on its way, and this is just another way on encouraging that. Have you ever put the glow pattern on a shield and just noticed something isn't quite right, especially if you're a Java player? Well, that's because for some reason or another, the textures were completely different, but now as this one update, the texture from Java is now implemented onto Bedrock Edition shield. So yeah, this should be the exact same type of shield you see on Java, but is now on Bedrock. Something else that was on Java, but now Bedrock, is the fact that now wolves can actually take the same amount of damage as Java Edition wolves. And the same amount of bones. That was a lot of bones. You are the greediest little thing, aren't you? So greedy that I have to show everyone actually how much damage it takes for you to die. And the answer is a lot. Quite a lot. I felt kind of mean to that dog. I mean, he was greedy, but it wasn't that bad. And speaking of strong feelings, PlayStation players now actually have the ability of trying out the Preview Edition, which is something I entirely forgot about. Like, it's something that just completely slipped my mind, but yeah, if you're a PlayStation player, you now have access to the preview, which I believe works in a similar way to how Xbox does its previews, where it's just an entirely different app. Or wait, no, that's how Windows does it too. Okay, bottom line is PlayStation now has the preview, meaning hopefully any PlayStation specific bugs can get fixed now before it rolls out into full release. But now if you're planning on checking out some experimental features, then there's going to be quite a few differences and quite a few additions now. First off being the fact that trial chambers spawn in the exact same place as Java Edition trial chambers. Well, mostly. The X and Y coordinates in trial chambers are exactly the same, but the Y coordinates for some reason aren't exactly perfect. Like, go to these coordinates right here, type in this seed we can see right here, and pop onto both Bedrock and Java, and you'll see two completely different trial chambers. There is effort on bringing parity between structure generation. It's not quite there yet, but there is definitely that effort. Will this be the be-all end-all structure generation for trial chambers? I can't say for certain right now, but at least as of right now, there is some form of level of parity between where these trial chambers manage to generate between versions. And while inside here, there's a couple new things you're going to find, such as the vault block, which you can unlock using the trial keys you've been finding around the place. Loot here will change at some point in the future too, as well as the wind charge, something you can get when you kill a breeze. On top of the bogs having a small chance of spawning in the trial chambers too. And apart from the dozens of other different types of smaller bug fixes, that's pretty much the bulk of this update. So with that, thanks for watching, and I'll see you all later.